subscribers, welcome. I wanted to do a video simply showing you guys what I'm cooking for my babies tonight. I have a bad habit, a really bad habit of going to the grocery store every day. I love food and I have so much food here in my freezer, in my pantry, to where I need to really discipline myself and start cooking at home. So last week I bought these pork ribs, and I'll show you guys. I bought a slab of pork ribs from Kroger last week. So I decided, you know, why not defrost the ribs and make pork ribs? So I'll be making pork rib dinner tonight, and I'll show you guys how I do it. You can either bake your pork ribs in the oven. I'll be doing mine in my slow cooker or crock pot. You know, I just like it that way. It slow cooks, you know, you can put your temperature on low, you can put your temperature on high. However, these are the seasonings that I'll be using. And I have two different types of potatoes here. Let me show you guys. I was originally gonna go to the store, and I was like, because when I grew up, when we would have ribs, we would have baked beans, we would have dirty rice or something like that. And I was like, Lord, I don't have baked beans here. I don't have, you know, what I need to make my dirty rice, but I got two different types of potatoes here. I have some rusted brown potatoes that I'm gonna boil and then peel, take the skin off. And then I got some baby red potatoes that I had left over from when I did my crawfish boil a few days ago. So I'm actually gonna leave the skin on these and make some nice garlic mashed potatoes. Of course, I'll be using brass cuisine garlic pepper for my mashed potatoes. I also have some green beans here, guys, some fresh green beans. So I'll be snipping these and steaming these. And I'll be using both brass cuisine garlic pepper and my garlic trinity for my green beans. So if you guys haven't had a chance to purchase my seasonings, all of my seasonings are versatile. They are bringing flavor back into your home. I know a lot of times when I visit people or I speak with people and I ask them, you know, what'd you put on your meat? And they're like, oh, I put garlic pepper or salt or thyme or, you know, black pepper, or, you know, you're buying 10, you know, 5 to 10 different seasonings when you can just get a blend. So of course I'm using Brass Cuisine, the Brass Experience. It's a multi-purpose seasoning. It's on my website at brasscuisinespices.com. I'll be using this seasoning blend to season my ribs. And then because I have a hickory maple barbecue rub, I'll be using this on my ribs as well, because I want that sweet background. When you bite into your rib, I want that sweet flavor. So that's what my barbecue rub is gonna give. Now I'll be using, I'm not sure which barbecue sauce, because I do have a couple of them in the pantry, but I'll be using, once the slow cooker, once my ribs are done slow cooking, I'll be taking them out, putting the barbecue sauce on, and then I like to place them in the oven on broil, so that, you know, the barbecue sauce can stick and get a real nice thick sticky flavor or texture. So again, guys, these are the seasonings. Make sure you're copying the seasonings, guys, from my website at brasscuisinespices.com. If you're in the Houston area, you can also shop local. We want you to shop local. We want you to buy local. That helps to keep my spices in rotation at the stores. So take a good look here again at the seasonings I'll be using, guys. Again, we have our ribs. See, and these are real, they're small too. So my kids are gonna love these small baby back ribs, and it's not gonna take long. I'll tell you guys when I put it in the slow cooker. Let me show you. I have my slow cooker here. See, yay. So I'll be putting them in here. I'll be seasoning them and putting them in my slow cooker. They just cook better in the slow cooker to me. I mean, I don't know. I just love the way they taste in the slow cooker. And my slow cooker have options of low or high. My kids got out of school around 3:34, so I'll be putting these on high, because right now I think it's a little bit about 12 or so. So I'll be putting these on high, and they may cook for about 3 to 4 hours. This is a small slab. I know I bought a slab about a month ago, and it took about 4.5, 5 hours. So it just depends, guys. You know, I can't really tell you how long it's gonna cook. You know, it depends on how big your ribs are. It depends on the temperature gauge on your slow cooker. So all of those things, you know, matter. You know, all of those things are factors. But I will be showing you guys how I'm gonna whip up my my mashed potatoes. I'll be showing you those for sure because, oh my God, my kids love and I love when I make homemade mashed potatoes. There's certain ingredients that I add in there that just make them so creamy and delicious. So I want you guys to stay tuned. Again, thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I'll be over here more often doing cooking tutorials. So make sure your family, your friends, and everyone subscribe to get a better look. All right, so we're gonna get started, guys, and season our ribs. I've already taken the membrane out off the back of it. This is optional. If you want to leave it on, leave it on. I've cooked my ribs with it on. If you want to take it off, take it off. It's totally up to you. You know, sometimes people make a big deal about taking the membrane off, but that's that thick layer of skin that's on the back side of the ribs. So it's that layer that's back here. That's what I just took off. If you want to leave it on and you can't, sometimes it's really tough to take it off. So I have washed, let me rinse these ribs off one more time. Give them a real nice rinse. I've washed them before. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start seasoning them and you guys can see how I'm seasoning. All right, so let's throw this away. Okay, so I'm gonna start by using the Brass Experience because again, it's a multi-purpose seasoning. So all that flavor that I need it's gonna be really in one bottle. You can also use the beef seasoning because the beef seasoning, guys, a lot of times you're asking, oh, you're using beef on pork. The beef seasoning is a beef and more seasoning. It simply says that, hold on one second, I need to get a pan because I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see that. The beef and more, I think if I season it in here, y'all will be able to see it. I'm not gonna put it in the oven, but I just want you to see me season it. So let me rinse this out. Because I don't know if you're gonna be able to see me season it in this bowl here. All right, so let me put my ribs. Yeah, you may be able to see that better. Okay. All right. Let's put that there. So can you guys, hopefully you guys can see, I'm gonna move my potatoes over. I'm gonna come up here. So we're gonna go ahead on and season our ribs. We're gonna start with the Brass Experience. And I'm gonna give this a good amount of seasoning on this side. I mentioned to you guys that I put my garlic pepper on everything. Once you start using my garlic pepper, it's definitely gonna be a staple in your home. It's something that, honestly, it's my favorite seasoning. I use this when I'm cooking breakfast. I use this for everything. So it's versatile: vegetables, meat, stews, soups, casseroles, whatever. This is amazing. So make sure you guys are copping it. It is definitely not. I had one of my customers reach out to me the other day and say, you got me out here fiending looking for that garlic pepper. I need my fix because once you start using my seasonings, look at that. Look at all that seasoning, guys. Once you start, let me get this in here. Once you start using my seasonings, you know, you're literally gonna be hooked because they just give a flavor that, you know, is like none other. All right, so let's do this side here. And I'm gonna put my barbecue rub on last. I want that sweet hickory flavor to be on there last. And you can put as little as you want, as much as you want. You know, you guys are gonna be eating it. So it's totally up to you. All right, look at that. These ribs are gonna be so good. Okay, all right, so take a look at the seasonings that's on both sides. Look like I may need a little bit more over here. Let me see, y'all, I want it to be seasoned now. Let's see. Brass Experience. Okay, so let's go ahead on and open up our, let me see, is this open already? Okay, no. Wash my hands and open up the, I may have one already in my pantry. Let me check and see if I have one already in my pantry opened. If not, we're gonna open that one and do what we gotta do. So how y'all feeling today? I am feeling great. Sometimes I get a little bored. I'm home most of the time, so all right. So I didn't have one in my pantry opened. All right, come on, brass. Come on, brass. Ooh. Oh, yes. All right, guys, so I am now using my barbecue rub. If you're grilling, this is gonna be perfect for summertime, so I advise you to stack up now because it's definitely going to be a #1 seller during the summertime when people are backyard barbecuing. Let me see if I can, I want you guys to see. I'm gonna come around here so you guys can see me seasoning and see all that flavor going on there. All right. And if you want it spicy, you know, add my spicy dust to it. You can always do that. So take a look, guys, at the seasoning. All right, so all of this is gonna slow cook in my crock pot. It's gonna kind of pat it, that make sure that seasoning get all the way in there. And then we're gonna sit this down in the crock pot. Do it on both sides. And I'll show you guys that also. All right, so I think it's about ready to go in the crock pot. Now, if you want to add your barbecue sauce now, some people bake their ribs with the barbecue sauce. I've done it that way. If you want to add some barbecue sauce, a little bit of it before you slow cook it, that's perfectly fine. I'm not. Y'all, look at these ribs. Ooh. All right, so I'm gonna bring my slow cooker over here so you guys can see. You guys can see how I put it in there. If you want to cut, depending on the size of your ribs, you will have to cut it because it may not fit in a circular, you know, form. So let me rinse out, make sure I rinse off the top of my slow cooker. Take this. It's already clean, guys. I just simply want to rinse it. So, important thing to do when you're cooking is make sure that your cooking station is clean. When you're cooking in a clean kitchen and everything is organized, it's just. I mean, for me, it's soothing. It just gives me a free area to think. I can't cook in a cluttered kitchen. I can't cook when it's a lot going on. I definitely don't really like a lot of people in my kitchen when I'm cooking. So, you know, these days that I'm at home now and my kids are at school, it's like perfect because I don't have the mommy this, mommy that, you know, all that. So, all right. So I'm gonna show y'all. So what I'm gonna do, I don't have any water in here. That's another thing. I don't have any water in here because once your ribs, or let's say you're doing chicken, or let's say you're doing pork chops, whatever it is that you're putting in your slow cooker, once that heat hits it and it start absorbing whatever meats that you are slow cooking, it's gonna make its own water. So you really don't need to add any water at the bottom. It's a slow cooker, it's safe. I've used these for years. I've put things in here and went to bed at night and woke up the next morning and they're ready. The only time I add water to the slow cooker is if I'm making things like beans, if I'm making like beef stew, you know, it depends, you know, sometimes, because you can also add beef broth. So it just depends. But for these ribs, I'm not adding anything. All right, so let's go ahead and add our ribs. So I'm gonna sit them, can you guys see? I'm gonna sit them in here just like that. I love that they're small because I can sit them in my slow cooker. Let me show y'all how it look. Let me see. Oh, that's another thing. I go through so many napkins. Okay, I want to show y'all how it look. Can y'all see how my ribs are in there? I'm gonna hold this back. So if this slab of ribs was, let's say, bigger than this, I would need to really cut it because it won't fit into a circle. Or sometimes it may just lap around. It just depends, guys. But if you feel that you want to cut it, you know, you can cut your ribs. I'm not. I don't like to cut it because once I put the barbecue sauce on it and bake it in the oven, and you know, and all that, and then I like to cut it. So I like the presentation of that. So let's add this back inside. Go ahead on and now this is my rice cooker / crock pot station. I always do everything over here. We're gonna plug this in. Where's my top? I'm gonna put the top on it, guys. And we're gonna go ahead on and slow cook it. All right, so right now I'm gonna put my slow cooker on high. Let me find out the time because I know somebody's gonna come back and ask me how long. So give me a moment. I need to find out the time. Hold on 1 second. All right, guys. It is 12:16 in the afternoon. So my babies, I'll pick them up between 3:34. 12, 1, 2, 2, 3. So 4 hours. So I'm gonna leave these in until 4. If I need longer, I'll let y'all know. But for the most part, for this small slab of ribs, 4 o'clock should be good. And then that's it. We're gonna make I'll wait till, these get halfway done before I make my potatoes, obviously. And then my green beans, it doesn't take long. But guys, make sure you are purchasing my Garlic Trinity. Garlic Trinity, guys, is dried onion, bell pepper, celery. Let's cut this off. Dried onion, bell pepper, celery, garlic. A lot of times, everyday cooking dishes require you to chop onions and bell peppers and celery and garlic and all those great vegetables, which is good. But if you don't have those in your refrigerator, then what are you gonna do? You're just not gonna add it in your dish? No, get Rice Cuisine Garlic Trinity. That's what this is. So I'm gonna boost the flavor in my green beans by adding my Garlic Trinity and my garlic pepper. And you guys will see, and I may add just a teaspoon of butter or whatever, but y'all don't miss out on flavor. That's what I'm here for. I'm actually working on creating more flavors for you guys, but right now I have a huge line of seasonings. A huge line of seasonings that you guys should be purchasing. This is Black History Month. Make sure you guys share the videos. Even on Instagram or Facebook, make sure you guys are letting everyone know, hey, here is an African-American woman that has her own spice line, and you guys should try it. I appreciate all the love, all the support, but we're gonna have dinner tonight, and y'all gonna watch me make this, and it's gonna be amazing. And I'm gonna do many more videos just like this one often, but only on YouTube. I need you guys to join me here on YouTube. So I appreciate your support. I appreciate you for liking, subscribing, and sharing Rice Cuisine. I'll be back, guys. Hey guys, so it is a little bit after 2, and I wanted to check in real quick just to show you guys how our ribs are cooking in our slow cooker. So we're gonna take a look. I'll still keep these in until right at about 4 o'clock, but take a look at how our ribs are cooking. You see the juice that's in the bottom of my slow cooker? I didn't add any water. That is definitely the moisture from the ribs. Okay, so still have a little ways to go. It is midway done, but we want these nice and tender. Then we'll remove them, add our barbecue sauce, place them inside the oven on broil, maybe about 7 to 10 minutes, so that sauce can thicken on our ribs, and we'll be ready to serve them with our sides. But I can't wait until you guys make this. It's so simple, so easy. I've been here taking care of business for Rice Cuisine, calling back customers, responding to emails, all while my dinner is cooking. Chat with you guys later. Okay guys, so it is 3:30. I mentioned that it's probably gonna take about 4 hours to slow cook our ribs. I want you guys to get a better look at our ribs and how they are cooking. So let's test them and see if they're just about ready. See how that meat is coming off the bone? So that means our ribs are just about ready. I am gonna allow them to cook that additional 30 minutes as I mentioned, but for the most part, our ribs are ready. So we're gonna go ahead on and continue to allow these to cook for the remaining 30 minutes while we get our potatoes and our green beans started. So we have our potatoes cooking here. I mentioned to you guys earlier that we have 2 types of potatoes. We have the russet brown potatoes as well as the red potatoes. I'll be boiling these. I'll also be removing the skin from the brown potatoes, but leaving the skin on the red potatoes. And you guys will see my process on that also. Now, as far as the green beans are concerned, we're gonna steam our green beans. I have just a small amount of water here. Gonna add our cleaned green beans to the pot, because again, we're gonna steam them. here. Let me grab that one. Now, I am gonna season my green beans with Brad's Cuisine garlic pepper. So let's just give this a nice toss. You definitely wanna have your garlic pepper handy when you're making your fresh green beans, as well as Brad's Cuisine garlic trinity. Again, this is dried onion, celery, bell pepper, garlic. Add those flakes in there, and then I'm gonna also add a little butter, and then we're gonna cover and steam. So again, guys, just a little while longer and we'll be ready to eat. All right, guys, I've added my butter. And again, these are the seasonings that we're using here. Make sure you guys are grabbing your seasonings from Brad'sCuisineSpices.com. You can click the link in my bio. The link is also on my Facebook page. Let's see how my green beans are steamed down. Look at the garlic trinity. Let me show you guys something. So once that garlic trinity hit water, look how it turns. Let me get the, see that? Look at our green beans, guys. And it still have water in the bottom of the pan. Look at the water. You see? So these are steaming. I'm not boiling my green beans. I'm steaming them. I still have my potatoes here. And my, I'm about to take my ribs out of my slow cooker. It is 4 o'clock and we're ready to put our barbecue sauce on them and place them in the oven. All right, guys, our ribs are done. Yes, it has been 4 hours. Take a look at how the meat is coming off the bone. Look how tender. Oh my goodness, I don't want to rip them apart just yet because I want to add my barbecue sauce, guys. But take a look at how the Brad's Experience seasoning is dispersed throughout these ribs. Oh my goodness, how juicy, how tender. You guys definitely need to get your hands on these seasonings, guys. Let's go ahead on and add our barbecue sauce, and then we're gonna place this in the oven, because remember now, this is done already. We're gonna place this in the oven on broil, just so that our sauce can thicken on top. So let's pour. You can choose whichever barbecue sauce you like. I'm just using a local brand here in Houston, but if you have a specialty, there's so many great flavors of barbecue sauce out there. And I'm just gonna pour it like that. So take a look. Let me pour a little bit more here. And I want this to thicken on my ribs. Oh my God, and the barbecue rub is already gonna give it a hickory sweet flavor. Y'all look, take a look. Will you look at my ribs? And if you wanna eat it just like this right now, you can, but I'm gonna place mine in the oven, guys. So let's head on over here and turn our oven on. Let's see. All right, so let's turn our oven on. Again, guys, I'm gonna put this on broil all the way, because this is done. We just wanna broil it. And let's turn the light on here in the oven. And I'm not gonna cover it. I'm just gonna place it in here just like that. I want that barbecue sauce to thicken so good on these ribs. Y'all, would you look at that? Uh-oh, look. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's close the oven, guys, so that that can broil. I'm gonna turn the fire off my green beans. And I think my potatoes are just about ready as well. So we're almost ready to eat, guys. Are y'all hungry? Because I'm hungry. We're almost ready to eat. Let's start our potatoes and see. Oh yeah, see, these are ready. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead on and peel the skin off the brown russet potatoes. We're gonna leave the skin on the red potatoes, and then we're gonna mash and add our butter, our whipping cream, our cream cheese, and all our great stuff. Our garlic pepper by Brad's Cuisine, so that, ooh, I can taste it already, guys. Y'all, let's get going, let's get going. Okay, guys, so our potatoes are done. I've removed the skin, and now we're gonna start our mashing process. So I don't have anything in here but the potatoes for now. So we're gonna go ahead and start mashing. They're already done. Again, I'm keeping the skin on the red potatoes. So let's start mashing. If you have one of those potato mashers, that's actually better. All right, so let's add, I have some butter here. I'm gonna add that. I have some cream cheese here. I'm gonna add that. We're gonna add some whipping cream. And guys, this is just what I like to do. There's no rule saying you have to add this. I'm also gonna add some sour cream. Oh my goodness, ooh, this is gonna be delicious. And give me one moment, let me get my garlic pepper, because these are garlic mashed potatoes. So I'm adding Brass Cuisine garlic pepper. You see what I mean, guys? Versatile seasonings. You can use it for both meat and vegetables. I'm gonna give all of this a good nice stir and mash. I can't wait to plate this. We have our ribs in the oven. I want you guys to see how delicious these are gonna come out. It is already looking and smelling delicious, I tell you. Check on the ribs real quick. Oh yeah, the ribs are doing exactly what I need them to do. Our green beans are finished, and we're about to serve dinner. I hope you guys came with a big appetite, because I'm ready to serve you. Let me get all this whipped up. I'm gonna turn my fire down. Oh my goodness. I want to see, I'm gonna bring this over to see if you guys can see. Let's see. Can you see my potatoes? See that? Just like that, they're already whipped. They're already mashed, and all the greatness is inside. Look at that. Okay. All right, so our potatoes are done, guys. Let me taste them and see if I need to add anything else. They're delicious, but I'm gonna add a little bit more of my garlic pepper. But they are garlicky. Oh my goodness. The kids are gonna love these. Guys, make sure you are subscribing and not just watching. You're subscribing, because there's gonna be many more videos just like this uploaded to my YouTube channel. So make sure you are subscribing and sharing my videos. Okay, here's an up close view of my garlic mashed potatoes. Guys, look at these potatoes. Oh my goodness. Let me show you my green beans. Let me show you. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Now let's take a look at our ribs. Remember, they're broiling now. Oh my. So I want a caramelized look. You see that? Look at those ribs. This is what I want for my ribs. So we're ready to cut them up, guys. All right, guys, so I just took my ribs out of my baking dish here. Again, we only put the barbecue sauce on here so that it can caramelize and stick to the ribs. But now we're gonna cut them up. I have a glass. A lot of times people, when I use my glass cutter, my cutting board, people are like, oh, you have your food on the counter. No, it's a glass cutting board. All right, so let me get a knife and we're gonna start cutting our ribs. Guys, these ribs are so tender. And I want you guys to see. Okay. All right, so we're gonna hold it here. Let's start here. Let's see, where are the bones? Okay, this is a bone. Oh my goodness. All right, so we're gonna start cutting. I want you guys to see, look at the meat. It's just falling off. Oh my. Where are the bones? I want this to be pretty. Y'all see what I have to go through? Let's see, where are my bones? Okay, so should it be here? I'm hitting bones, so I need to, let me start down here. Let me start here, because I see here, okay. This is just falling apart. Y'all look at this. This is just simply, look at this. It's just falling, it's just falling apart. My. They just coming off the bone. Look at it. Look at this. They're just simply falling off the bone. I'm gonna let you guys get a better look at the meat. Look at this. They're just falling off the bone. Look. I mean, just amazing. So, all right, let me plate this. And we'll come back and show you guys everything on a plate. And we're gonna eat it, guys. I'm so excited. My babies are gonna have a good dinner. Again, guys, make sure you're purchasing Brass Cuisine barbecue rub, the Brass Experience. I also used my garlic pepper and garlic trinity for this meal. Make sure you are purchasing, liking, and subscribing.